let's say 7 ply, no, it's small box, so you can mention 5 ply CFB box for 2 numbers of 1 liter bottles. Let's say you're going to keep you're going to keep 4 numbers of 1 liter plastic bottles. You're going to place it in the box for the expo purpose. So you will be mentioning 5 ply CFB box for 4 numbers of 1 liter plastic bottles. So this same thing will be reproduced, or the same thing will be coming in the sample description on your certificate. This test parameters, if you have received earlier certificates, you can go through and then you can mention what are the test parameters. Let's say if in case of carton boxes, we will be performing the drop test and stack load test. Okay, this you have to mention. Now coming to the chemical list, what all the chemicals you are going to export. So you have to click on this. When you click on this, there will be a pop-up will come up like this. So these are the list of chemicals which is there in the IMDG books. Okay, now you have to check your MSDS. In your MSDS, as I told you, there is a transport information. In the transport information, you will find an UN number. Let's say 3077. You can search and you will find only the packing group 3 chemicals here. Then you can select this. Let's say this environmentally hazardous substance solid. If you want to take it, then you can select this chemical. This chemical added successfully. Suppose if you want to add multiple chemicals, you can search. So like this, suppose if you have 10 different chemicals, you can search one by one and then you can add. Okay. Sometimes this is, if you keep it in the zoom mode, you will not find anything. So what you can do is you can reduce the size. Even sometimes my customers says that I'm not able to find any closing option of this window. There is no cross mark here. So you can reduce the size, then you will find a close here, then you can close it. Okay, whatever chemicals we have added, that has come here. You can see there is a chemical 19033777. This chemical, what are their packing instruction, and then what is their class, subclass, marine pollutant or not, EMS number, everything. Suppose if you added something wrongly, if you want to delete it, you can delete it from here. If you still want to add some more chemicals, you can click on this. Again, you can add some more chemicals. Okay. So this is how you can add the chemicals. This is whatever you are getting from this chemical. This chemical name is the proper shipping name. PSN, in the short form they say PSN, the proper shipping name. Suppose if you want to add your own trade names, because some parties they say it is a proper shipping name, we want to mention our chemical name, and under environmental hazardous substance solid, under this UN number, your exporter may be manufacturing 10 different chemicals. So if you want to add those chemicals, there will be a next step. After this, there will be a next step for adding the sub chemicals. In our this thing we say in the software terms, in the online system we say chemicals and sub chemicals. Sub chemicals is nothing in sub main chemicals we say that is a proper shipping names. Sub chemical we say the product name or chemical name or whatever. Okay, so if you have done with everything, then you can click on the submit button. Do you want to submit the new booking? Okay, so there will be a booking number will be generated 1606. You can note down, or it will be available in the previous booking also. You can close this. So now you can see the sample booking. Whatever booking we have done, you can click on this previous booking, you will be finding this. This is 1606 what we have done. Okay, this is the previous booking what we have done. Now under 1606 you want to add some chemicals, sub chemicals. Then the next process is sub chemical details. So click on this sub chemical for which registration 1606 what we have done just now. We click on this, you will find those chemicals whatever we had, whatever we have added, those two chemicals are visible here. You can click on this add sub chemicals. Here also you have the option, you can delete it, this number. Suppose this is a big list, if you want to delete, you can delete it, Or if you want to add some more chemicals into it, again you can click on this, you will find the same window. You can add, you can search, you can add this. It is already there, so I don't want to add this. Here also you can add, you can delete. So now environmental hazardous substance solid NOS. Under this, I have created some 4-5 chemicals. I wanted to add this. So click on this add subchemicals, and there will be a window will be opening here. See, this is a UN number 3077, environmentally hazardous substance solid NOS, and subchemical name. Subchemical name you can mention. Some trade name, whatever trade name or chemical name you have, you can mention it. And if you have multiples, you can mention this way. Whatever product name, if you see the MSDS on the top of the first name, it will mention that is what is your trade name, and you want to, so it is up to you. If you want to keep your trade names, you can mention it, or you can just take the certificate with the only the proper shipping name. So if I submit here, that is added, the subchemicals added successfully. If you want to see what all subchemicals, you can click on this, then whatever you have added, it will come here. And if you want to add something more, see, this additions can be done before we do the registrations. See, this is at your end, still we accept it and we take as a registration. Once we take as a registration, then you will not be able to edit anything, or whatever you are editing, we will not be able to incorporate. So once the registration is done from our end, you will not be able to accept. You cannot whatever you, even it is possible to edit, that will not reproduced in the certificate. So you can edit it. Suppose if you want to add some more chemicals, you can add. Update, then this also will be added. See, this another product has come. So you can add the chemicals according to your requirements. If you want to add subchemicals for this chemical also, again the same way you can add this. Like this, you can add your product names. So this is done. Then what you can do, you can go to the bookings, previous booking, then you can see the preview file. So this is how the booking, whatever you have done, this is how it will be coming in 2 pages. So what is the booking number and what is the sample, what certificate you want, what is this thing. So this you can make a copy of this, then you can send it to us for the further processes. This is completely about the booking. Now let's say this particular booking you have done, and all the bookings whatever you have done, everything will see. This is 14th August. This is as we have created for the demo purpose. This is recently whatever demo, whatever we had given the same numbers, it is coming now. Let's say this particular booking I have done, and this will be there for always. It will be there for always. Let's say in 2020 you have done, and your certificate is expired after 6 months, and you want to apply for the fresh certificate, the new certificate, then you don't have to go to the sample booking and click on the sample booking, and you will have to fill everything. That's okay, but you can do that also. But alternatively, you have another option. See, this certificate you have received this, that is why I told you you can make some references. So this reference number last year you have taken, and you wanted to have the same certificate as the certificate is expired, you wanted to apply for the first certificate. What you can do is you can just click on this copy. Once you click on this copy and okay, whatever data you have entered earlier, even with the chemical data, everything will come filled in. You don't have to do anything. You have to just see, and you have to change the dates. That is very important. Let's say at that time we have done in September 2020, and now you wanted to change some dates, the recent dates you can update, and then manufacturing date you can update, and then you can check whatever data you have filled in, everything is perfectly all right, then you can resubmit. So this will be taken as a next booking. So that makes your work easier. Once first time when you are creating, that time only it will be little difficult. Once you have created the bookings, then let's say you have a same thing. Only thing is you are instead of you wanted to change the dimensions and you wanted to change the number of plies. For 7 ply you are going to do it, and number of the grass weight you are going to make 25 kg. You can change this and then make the dimensional changes, again submit. So this way you can do this. But C cannot be converted to air. So this is cannot be done. So for C separately, air separately, suppose you are applying for C and air now, then after a year, after your certificate is expired, you wanted to apply the same way, you can go this particular registration, then you can copy that content, you can apply further. So that is another advantage of this. And whatever you have done, this is done from your end and you are forwarding to us. Then we will take that and we will verify the data, whatever data is you are entered, it is proper or not. If everything is acceptable and proper, then we will accept your booking. Then in our end, we create a registrations. So we accept it means we have registered your booking. Once we register, then just I'm clicking on the registration and I will get a pop-up in my window, that is a registration number. The same thing, you will get a SMS. You will get a message to this number, whatever you entered here. You will get a message stating that this registration is done. Now this is your registration number is this. So for further correspondence, you can always quote the registration number so that we can track it where exactly. And this status, it is, as this is a dummy, there is no status because we have not accepted any registration. If you accept that registry, if I accept the registration, you will find the details. This is our booking number and this is your registration number and what is the status. We have registered and the testing is done. Then if the testing is done, then you will also be able to see the UN marking what we have issued, and you will be able to download the certificates from here. For the time being, we have started sending the emails also. You will, whatever email ID you are given while booking, that email ID, you will receive the certificates through email. Along with your final tax invoice, everything will be received. Let me try and find if some part is. No, I don't have any data of that. So status, I don't have any data. Otherwise, I can show you the status tracking. But this also will be like your previous booking. Sample booking, if you see this previous booking, the similar way you will be getting the here the booking number, then you will find the registration number near to that, and what sample category and number of samples what you have submitted, your reference and everything will be there. Apart from that, what is the status? If you click on the status, you will find a testing under process or whatever it is. That status you will come to know. Once the your testing is done, you will find the authorization is done, UN marking is generated. So you will be able to see the UN registrations. The UN marking you can be able to view in the status. So here the status is empty as we don't have anything. Any doubts you can ask me, otherwise. Yes, sir. Unmute. Unmute the one. Okay. So whoever is having the doubts, please raise your hands in the icon next to your names. So I will unmute one by one. Then we can ask. We can address your doubts.